Hello everyone. So today we will be working how to shade an eye with the help of charcoal pencil. So in this drawing we will be using charcoal and graphite both, and also the carbon pencil. But right now I have started with the charcoal pencil here. It is Staedtler's double E pencil, quite dark, quite rough, quite dark, and very nice pencil, and I love it. So first I am working with on the pupil, which is the darkest area of the eye. So I am filling it in. So you see I am not giving any pressure here. So once that is filled, blending it so that we know how much dark it is. If you see here, I feel that darkness is enough, so it is good to proceed further. So now in order to avoid the sharp edges of the people, what I am doing, I am giving little bit of blurriness which comes out of pupil towards the eyeball. Okay, so to merge those edges with the paper, that's what I am doing right now. Okay, now it's time for like giving the texture in the iris. So first we will fill up the black area. If you see in the upper part of the iris, there is a black area, so let's create that outline first. So I'm using, if to create that outline, you can either use graphite, or I'm also using this black pencil from Staedtler. So then filling it up with the Staedtler double E pencil to give that specific dark area which is same as the pupil. Here if you see, after every layer I am blending, and the shape, exactly the shape of that black area is very important. So we will first define the shape properly and then fill that area. Okay, all right. So now once that is done, with the help of black 2B pencil from Staedtler, I am just trying to give the outlining of the eyeball. If you make sure we apply very less pressure while working in this area or anywhere when we work on the carbon, when we work with the black pencil, when we work with charcoal pencil, it is very important that we do not apply any pressure at all. Now we will first work on the iris part, just to give a shading inside that area. For the shading I am using graphite 4B domes pencil, uh, so that it gives a very nice shading inside it. Now again giving that texture with the help of black 2B pencil from outer edges to inside, and then highlights with my pencil eraser. So this is Kohinoor's pencil eraser. I can also link the buying links in the description if you like. You can comment me if you need any buying link. All right, so now let's blend everything from the eyeball. Like eyeball is ready from my side. Now let's work on little bit on the eye. Since we already have worked with my brush over the eyeball, so my brush already have little bit of charcoal in it, right? So we will not be using any pencil here inside the eyes. So the charcoal brush is enough here. All right, so let's work on it quickly. Now it's time to work on the upper eyelid. So just by giving the outlining of the upper eyelid, we will first remove the grid. So if you see here, I have not removed the grid. I am removing the grid step by step. So first thing, it will like, it is nice to have the grid because it gives the proportions for shading as well. And it also reduces time, that every section by section we keep on removing it. instead of removing everything at once. Okay, so now with the charcoal double E pencil from Staedtler, I'm just trying to create that nice black portion over the upper lid of the eye. So here, if you see, although the area is little bit bigger, still I am not applying any pressure. I am not doing quickly. This video, if this video is also 2x with the 2x or 2.5x speed, so you see how slow I was doing when I was working on it. So it is without applying any pressure, just trying to fill all the grains of the paper. After every layer, when we blend, it gives us a nice idea of whether the enough darkness is reached or not. So now after double E pencil, I found that the darkness wasn't enough, so I'm using black 2B pencil, which is little darker, sorry, not darker but little harder than the double E pencil, so it reaches till the small grains of the paper as well, and it brings that enough darkness on it. So after giving another 1 or 2 layers with the crotch hatching style, like first thing to give one side diagonals lines close by and the another side as well, so this is called cross hatching. So with the cross hatching style, I am trying to fill all the grains here of the paper here, then we will blend and see if the enough darkness is reached or not. I even after blending here, I still feel the darkness is not as expected. So let's give another layer of double E, which is even more darker, like very dark pencil. So giving another layer of double E pencil here, continue working on it. After like again the technique is same. I'm using the cross hatching technique for covering the whole area. So first I have given the lines from dark from one side to another, and another layer from top to bottom or something. And now after blending doubly work, I found that okay, this time the darkness is enough for exactly what we expected to have. Okay, now let's work on the eyelid part of it. So before we go on the eyelid part, we will first remove the grid again and work with the graphite pencil. So why graphite here? I am using 4B domes for 4B graphite pencil here. Why is it so? Because the graphite pencil is quite easy to work with. It even if I make some mistake or go some out of the area where I don't want to shade, it will be easier for me to erase if I directly work with black pencil or with charcoal pencil. I won't be able to remove as clean as we have right now the paper. So it is always good idea to work with graphite. I found some people says that do not work graphite and charcoal together. So I don't feel it is true. Yes, of course, when we work more with graphite and on top of it try to use charcoal, then the charcoal pencil will slide and will not work properly. So maybe the reason, this may be the reason when people ask not to work with graphite, but in general this is not the rule. So if you see in this drawing, I have used graphite, I have used charcoal, I have used my black pencils, both, all three of them I am using. So first, after giving the layer of graphite pencil, which is to define the proper shape. So if I am satisfied that okay, the shape is okay, now on top of it I am using 2B black pencil to give that a little darkness. Okay, as wherever it is little more dark as compared to my 2B pencil, there I am also using black sorry, I am also using double E pencil to bring that enough darkness, which is more than black 2B pencil. Okay. All right, so let's continue working. Now, when we see that I'm just trying to measure from where the eyelashes will come and from where it start twisting. So I have first marked that area and before I create the eyelashes. So from the first round I have created just separated eyelashes, so it will give me enough direction that okay, these are the directions where I need to start with. And then I am starting filling up the areas between those eyelashes lines. Okay, so once I am done with it, it is very important that we have very sharp edges before we give the thicker layers of the eyelashes. So I have sharpened up my double E pencil and now I am giving the eyelashes properly with this pencil. So here I've once I was done with my double E pencil by creating this eyelashes, I'm just trying to blend the lines with the black area. Okay, once that blending is done with my pencil, so I'm just refining little more to bring that darkness. Later on I found that the darkness is sorry, the area of that dark line is little smaller as compared to the another eye. So I thought okay, let's make this area little more up. And now I have started working on the lower lid of the eye. So with the help of 2B black pencil, I'm trying to create the outline of it. By the way, if you guys are creating it with me and want to share your artwork with me, you can always do so on my Instagram. Or also, if you are connected with me on my WhatsApp, you can also share your artwork with me on WhatsApp. I would love to see. And if you face any difficulty, I am also not perfect, but if you face any difficulty and you are following it on with me, then you can share it on the comments, so I can help you with my knowledge, the whatever I know. Um, so let us remove the grid now. It is no more needed. And so here if you see, every eye will have these double lines, and inside those double lines the eyelashes will start. Okay, so when we create eyelashes, so creating the eyelashes would be the last thing of the eye. So first, to prepare the base of it, to give enough shading, so again I have used graphite pencil to create that light shading here. And now we will start creating the eyelashes. So before the creating the eyelashes, again I am using my graphite pencil to identify the places, looking at the reference, how the eyelashes are coming from, which are the position from where it is coming out, what is the direction of those hairs. So hair by hair I am creating the eyelashes here. You don't have to like never ever do it quickly, that okay, let's do it the way we want. No, otherwise it will not look nice. And the lower lid eyes are very small and very prominent, so we need to be very careful while creating them. Since in this eye we have very dense eyelashes, and makeup is done already, so we are trying to create little more edges and very fine eyelashes inside the dark ones, as well. Now let's work on inside the eye. Inside the eye we have little bit of shading to give that 3D look. So this time I'm using black 2B pencil to give that little shading, and of course the brush also have enough charcoal to work with, right? Okay, so this is the final work. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please do give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.